She was a Forbes 30 under 30 star who scammed JPMorgan for $175 million. Now, she's crying in court. Charlie Javis, the founder of the fraudulent student aid company Frank, was just sentenced to over 7 years in prison. She sold a company with 300,000 users to JPMorgan, claiming it had over 4 million. How? She paid a data science professor $18,000 to invent millions of fake students. In her tearful apology, she said she had remorse deeper than I knew possible. But the judge called her out, saying, "Markets require honesty." This is the story of how a celebrated Wall Street darling became a convicted felon and how the biggest bank in the world got played. The game is rigged, and sometimes the players get caught.
Wall Street's watchdog just went dark. As of today, the U.S. government is officially shut down, and that means the SEC is closed for business. Nearly 90% of its staff has been sent home. What does this mean for you? It means the cops of Wall Street are off the beat. IPOs are frozen, investigations are halted, and the system that's supposed to protect you from fraud and manipulation is running on a skeleton crew. It's a perfect storm for corporate crime. While the politicians in Washington play their games, the wolves of Wall Street are left to run wild. The game has always been rigged, but now there's no one even pretending to watch. Welcome to the shutdown. Don't get fleeced.
A federal court just handed Wall Street a get-out-of-jail-free card for insider trading. In a stunning decision, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals has dismissed the insider trading claims against the banks involved in the $20 billion collapse of Archegos Capital. The court ruled that because the banks had an arm's-length relationship with Archegos, they had no fiduciary duty to not trade on the insider information they had. This is a legal loophole big enough to drive a Goldman Sachs truck through. It means that the prime brokers, who are at the center of the financial system, can legally use their clients' confidential information to save themselves while everyone else gets wiped out. The game is rigged, and the courts just proved it.
The executives at Honeywell just dumped 1.5 million of their own stock. You'll never guess what happened next. The very same day, the company announced a massive $1.68 billion deal to offload its asbestos liabilities. This is a classic case of insiders cashing out right before a major announcement that they know will move the stock. The timing is so perfect, it's almost comical. While the public was in the dark, the people at the very top were quietly taking their profits and running. This isn't just smart investing, it's a blatant example of how the game is rigged in favor of the corporate elite. They have the information, they have the power, and they're not afraid to use it to get rich. What do they know that you don't?
A tidal wave of fraud is about to crash the stock market. In the last 24 hours, a flurry of securities fraud class action lawsuits have been filed against some of the biggest names in tech and finance. C3AI, Semler Scientific, Stride Inc. They're all being accused of lying to investors and manipulating their stock prices. This isn't just a few isolated cases, it's a symptom of a much larger disease. The market is addicted to hype, and companies are willing to do anything to keep their stock prices soaring. But the party is coming to an end. These lawsuits are the first tremor of a massive earthquake that could wipe out trillions in wealth. The game is rigged, and the bill is finally coming due.
She helped a Wall Street tycoon run a sex trafficking ring. This is the lavish lifestyle it paid for. Jennifer Powers, the personal assistant to the now-disgraced financier Howard Rubin, is in federal court today, and the details of her life are jaw-dropping. She and her DJ husband lived in a luxury home in Texas, threw extravagant parties, and took exotic vacations, all allegedly funded by the money Rubin made from his criminal enterprise. This is a story about the dark side of Wall Street wealth and the people who are willing to do anything to get a piece of it. It's a chilling reminder that behind the glamour and the money, there is a world of exploitation and depravity. The game is rigged, and this is what it buys.
Elon Musk just fired an engineer for telling him his posts weren't popular enough. You can't make this stuff up. According to a new book, when a top engineer at X tried to explain to Musk why his engagement was down, the billionaire's response was simple: "You're fired. You're fired." This is a story about the absolute power of the billionaire class. It's a world where the truth doesn't matter, and the only thing that counts is stroking the ego of the man in charge. It's a chilling look at how the platforms that we all use are controlled by the whims of a single, unaccountable individual. The game is rigged, and the people who own the game can change the rules whenever they want.
TikTok is telling you to do a 30-day money cleanse? Here's why. The system is designed to make you fail. A new viral trend is encouraging young people to cut their spending and save money. It's a noble idea, but it's also a distraction from the real problem. The game is rigged. While you're trying to save a few dollars on coffee, the billionaires are getting massive tax cuts, the banks are charging you outrageous fees, and the government is printing money that makes your savings worthless. The problem isn't your spending habits. It's the system itself. It's a system that is designed to transfer wealth from the young and the poor to the old and the rich. So go ahead, do your money cleanse. But don't forget who's really cleaning up.
The rats are leaving the ship. In a massive wave of insider selling, corporate executives are dumping their stock at a record pace. The CEO of General Motors, the president of Xenon Pharmaceuticals, and a 10% owner of Enact Holdings have all sold millions of dollars worth of stock in the last 24 hours. This is a huge red flag. These are the people who know their companies better than anyone, and they're all heading for the exits. It's a sign that they think the market is at its peak and that a crash is coming. While the mainstream media is telling you to buy, the insiders are quietly selling. The game is rigged and the smart money is getting out. Are you?
While the billionaires are dumping their stock, a small group of insiders are making a huge bet. In a classic contrarian move, directors and executives at a handful of smaller companies are buying up their own stock. A director at Immuneering just bought over $50,000 worth of shares. Insiders at Sportsman's Warehouse are also loading up. This is where David can beat Goliath. While the big players are manipulating the market and cashing out, these small-time insiders are betting on real value. They're playing a different game, a game that's not rigged. This is where you can find the hidden opportunities, the stocks that the mainstream media isn't talking about. The game is rigged, but that doesn't mean you can't win. You just have to know where to look.